Sabina Hassanova with the latest news in English on AzVision TV. The results of the April 11th presidential elections in Azerbaijan have been announced, as reported by the Election Information Center of Azerbaijan Central Election Commission. The CEC reported no complaints. Wednesday presidential elections were conducted in a free, fair and transparent environment that meets democratic and good governance principles, both local and international standards. Chairman of the CEC, Mazahir Panahov, said at a press conference dedicated to the results of the elections.
3,962,123 out of 5,332,817 voters cast ballot in the election, according to the votes counted in 5,641 polling stations. The incumbent head of state, chairman of the New Azerbaijan Party Ilham Aliyev, has told 86.03% of votes in the election. Chairman of the Popular Front Party of Whole Azerbaijan, Qudrat Hasanguliyev, stands with 3.02% of votes, self-nominee Zahid Oruch, 3.11%, Chairman of Azerbaijan Democratic Party Sardar Jalaloğlu, 3.03%, Chairman of Modern Musavat Party Hafiz Hacıyev, 1.52%, Chairman of Azerbaijan Social Democratic Party Araz Alizadeh, 1.38%, Chairman of National Revival Movement Party Faraj Guliyev, 1.17%, and Razi Nurullayev, nominated by Frontis Initiative Group, 0.74%.
President Ilham Aliyev has appealed to the nation to express his gratitude to the people of Azerbaijan for the confidence demonstrated in him after yesterday's presidential elections.
The people of Azerbaijan have again demonstrated great confidence in me, and I would like to express gratitude to my people for this confidence and this great support. I always feel the support of our people. This support gives me strength. This support is the main condition for our development. The unity of people and government is the main factor of our development in Azerbaijan. The Azerbaijani people voted for stability, security, development and progress, and appraised the work done over the last 15 years. We have achieved all this success together with you.
The leaders of countries worldwide congratulated President Aliyev on his landslide victory. He received numerous phone calls and congratulation messages, including from Turkey's Erdogan and Russia's Vladimir Putin. Russian President Putin says this victory in the presidential election testifies to the high political authority of Ilham Aliyev, as well as recognition of his merits in solving the relevant socio-economic and foreign policy tasks facing Azerbaijan. Note that 8 candidates ran for the office. 6 of them were representing political parties, while one was a self-nominee and another nominated from the initiative group. 894 international observers representing 61 organizations such as the TÜKPA, OSCE Parliamentary Assembly, OSCE, ODIHR, CIS, IPA and PEC observation missions, and 59 countries observed the voting process. Observers say they were satisfied with what they saw at the election stations and the voter turnout. Chairman of the CIA's Executive Committee, Sergei Lebedev, says Azerbaijan election code meets international norms.
There are no doubts about the legitimacy of the presidential elections held in Azerbaijan yesterday. The voting was open, transparent and in line with Azerbaijan's election code. People were in a festive mood. Our 221 observers covered all regions of Azerbaijan. They welcomed us everywhere and created every opportunity for us to fulfill our mission. Our mission was not to meddle in any state's internal affairs, but to respect the country's laws.
The presidential elections in Azerbaijan was held in a highly competitive, democratic, transparent condition, said Rashid Alimov, a member of the mission of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, at a briefing dedicated to the results of the election in Baku today. 16 experienced observers visited up to 400 polling stations in Baku, Ganje, Sumgayit cities and Absheron district as a part of the SCEO observation mission. The head of the mission says Azerbaijan created all the conditions for its people to exercise their right to vote in a free, democratic and transparent fashion. Observation mission of the Freedom and Democracy Fund also expressed satisfaction with the voting process. The presidential election in Azerbaijan was free and held in accordance with international standards. Pere Masias Arau, head of the election observation mission of the fund, said at a press conference held today. He especially noted that there was no pressure on voters. The OSCE Parliamentary Assembly, OSCE, ODIHR and the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe gave a joint press conference on the preliminary report after the presidential elections in Azerbaijan on the 11th of April. The statement made by Nelson Desena, Special Coordinator and leader of the SHOW Team OSCE Observation Mission, Fiorel Badea, head of the delegation from the PACE, and Corinne Yonka, head of the Election Observation Mission from the OSCE ODIHR, included several negative comments and recommendations, whereas the final report will be delivered in 2 months.
However, it could hardly be called a press conference. While the heads of observers spoke of limited environment and legal framework for the media to cover the election process transparently, today's press conference was nothing but limitation of journalists' rights. Gathered in a stuffy room for over 2 hours, what we heard was a number of statements as a response to journalists who tried to disrupt the conference. The statements delivered were what we could have easily read online or from the press release they produced afterwards. We, media representatives, were not given an opportunity to pose our questions and receive a direct answer to them. A member of AzVision English also expressed her comments directly to the observation team. Sorry, but press conferences should not be a platform for long explanations, but should grant equal opportunities to every journalist who has a question. Isn't that a limitation of a journalist's right to produce a transparent report and violation of freedom of speech?
Over the past 24 hours, Armenian armed forces have violated the ceasefire along the contact line between Azerbaijani and Armenian troops 115 times, said the Ministry of Defense of Azerbaijan. Assistance in the settlement of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict is one of Russia's priorities, said the Russian Foreign Ministry. The South Caucasus is one of the most important regional directions of the foreign policy line of Russia. We are consistently interested in restoring peace and tranquility, opening borders, resuming trade and economic relations. That is why assistance in the settlement of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict is one of our priorities fixed in the foreign policy concept of the Russian Federation, the ministry said. And that was all for today from AzVision TV. Our next update will be tomorrow. Thank you for watching.